Hi everyone, I'm Pratyusha Challa, a graduate from IIM Ahmedabad and IIT Gandhinagar. This is the story of my brother, Challa Sandeep Babu. 10th of December is one of my favorite days. It's my brother's birthday. But this year, he was unlike himself. Angry, frustrated, upset, and helpless. Just a few days back, he had been to Rajahmundry for his 498 case hearing, where the petitioner, my sister in law, was absent, and the judge simply gave another date of hearing. The only question the judge asked was, "Why don't you settle with her?" And as for our lawyer, he reprimanded us as to why we were in such a hurry. There are so many cases similar to ours, and that our case will easily go on for another 3 to 4 years. My heart further sank when I heard the horrifying tragedy of Atul Subhashji. My brother is an assistant professor in an engineering college in Hyderabad, and he married a girl from Rajahmundry on 11th February 2019. This was an arranged marriage, and we were acquainted to this alliance via a matrimonial website. The marriage lasted for merely 10 days and was not consummated since my sister in law was not interested. The 10 days she stayed with us, she misbehaved, spoke foul language with my parents, did not let my brother into his own room, and continuously blackmailed us that she would commit suicide. This marriage was clearly a plan of extortion by my sister in law, her sister, her brother, and her boyfriend. My sister in law's own elder sister has also executed a similar extortion plan with her in laws. 10 days post the marriage, my sister in law left our home in Hyderabad on her own will. Almost instantly, she filed a 498 case against my brother, my parents, and me in Women's Police Station Rajahmundry. The FIR was immediately filed on the same day without any counseling as per Supreme Court guidelines, without any investigation, and without even our knowledge. Months later, the police came to our home for investigation in a private vehicle belonging to my sister in law. It has been 5 years since the incident, and till date, the trial for this case has not yet begun due to the petitioner being absent 95% of the time or the judge being on training. The last 5 years have been nothing less than traumatizing, with my parents' health rapidly declining, thinking and overthinking of all the false accusations. My brother requiring to travel 40 times from Hyderabad to Rajahmundry without any hope for justice and unable to start a family of his own, and me losing several professional opportunities due to a criminal case pending against me. I have had several questions in my mind over the last 5 years. What is my brother's fault? Doesn't he have the right to start his own family? Why are we being treated as criminals even before the court trial has begun? Why is it not mandatory for my sister in law to attend the court and submit the evidences she claims to have? My family, on the other hand, needs to travel 600 kilometers or pay a huge sum on absent petitions for every court hearing. Why are the court hearing dates so widely spread apart at a gap of 2 to 3 months? Why does it take 10 years to get justice on a false accusation on a marriage of 10 days? Why should we pay alimony, maintenance, or any kind of money to our opponents to torture us? Why am I denied the right to hold my passport when my sister in law and her family can travel freely? I sincerely request Shri Narendra Modi ji, Srimati Draupadi Murmu ji, Shri Amit Shah ji, Honorable Justice Sanjeev Khanna ji, Revant Reddy garu, Chandrababu Naidu garu, Purandeshwari garu, that people are losing faith in marriage, and this will have catastrophic impact on our society. I humbly request for the following actions to be taken at the earliest. Please expedite the trial dates for 498 cases in the country, enable online video sessions or automation of date giving systems if it helps. Impose penalties on petitioners not attending the court. Impose strict punishments for false accusations. Thorough investigation from the police before such cases are even filed. To all my brothers out there, I humbly request you to not think of how the society will judge us. Please do not lose hope. Do not give up and reach out for help anytime you need one. My sincere request is to not let Atul Subhash's sacrifice go futile. Pick up your phones and make a small video or post stating the atrocities you are facing against false 498 cases and let the world know that Atul Subhash was not the only one. Let us come together and fight for the right. Justice is due.